بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We start reading the Tafsir of As-Sa'di, and this is Juz Amma. نعم. Surah Al-Amma. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أما يتساءلون, what are they asking one another about? عن النبأ العظيم, about the great news. الذي هم فيه مختلفون, concerning the دفاع. كلا يسألمون, nay they will come to know. ثم كلا يسألمون, again nay they will come to know. That is, what are those who disbelieve in the signs of Allah asking one another about? Then Allah explains what they are asking one another about, as He says, about the great tidings, about the great news, which they defer. That is, about the great news concerning which they deferred for a long time, and the attitude of rejecting and believing it to be very unlikely become well known. Although it is a news that are not subject to doubt, but those who disbelieve in the meeting with their Lord will not believe, even if all signs would come to them, until they see the painful punishment. Hence Allah says, nay, they will come to know. Again, nay, they will come to know. That is, they will come to know when the punishment and what they used to deny befalls them, when they are shoved forcibly towards the fire of hell, and it is said to them, this is the fire which you used to deny at all. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains the blessing and the proof that confirms the truthfulness of what the messengers brought. Alam najal arda mihada, have we not spread out the earth, wal jibala awtada, and made the mountain as peaks, wa khalaqnakum azwaja, and created you in pairs, wa ja'alna nawmakum subata, and made you sleeps for rest, wa ja'alna layla libasa, and made the night a covering, wa ja'alna an-nahara ma'asha, and made the day for earning a livelihood. وَبَنَيْنَا فَوْقَكُمْ سَبْعًا شِدَادًا, and built above you seven firmaments. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَاجًا, and placed there in a blazing lamp. وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ الْمُعْصِرَاتِ مَاءً ثَجَّاجًا, and sent down from the rainy clouds water in torrents. لِنُخْرِجَ بِهِ هَبًّا وَنَبَاتًا, so that we may bring forth thereby grains and vegetation. وَجَنَّاتٍ أَلْفَافًا, and gardens dense with foliage. That is, have we not bestowed upon you immense blessings? For we have spread out the earth and made it ready for you to make use of it, by cultivating it, building dwellings on it, and taking roads through it, and made the mountains as pegs, to hold the earth firm lest it shake and shift, and created you in pairs, that is, male and female from one race, so that each may find comfort in other, and there will be love and compassion, and they will produce offspring together. This includes sexual displeasure. And made you sleep for rest, that is, so that you may cease your work with your work which, if you not sleep, will cause you physical harm. So Allah has caused the night and sleep to protect people, so that their harmful physical activity may cease and they may attain some needed rest. And built above you seven firmaments, that is, 7 heavens, which are very strong, solid and firm. Allah holds them by His might, and has made them a roof for the earth, and there are many benefits in them. Hence, He mentions among their benefit the sun, as He says, and placed therein a blazing lamp. It is referred as a lamp, as to highlight the blessing of its light, which is something necessary for people, and it is described as blazing, which is indicative of its heat and the benefits thereof, and sent down from the rainy clouds water in torrents, that is abundant and plentiful, so that we may bring forth thereby grains, such as wheat, barley, corn, rice, and other things that humans eat, and vegetation. This includes all vegetation that Allah has made as fodder for their livestock, and gardens dense with foliage, that is, garden dense with trees in which there are all kinds of delicious fruits. How could you disbelieve in the one who has bestowed these great, inestimable, and innumerable blessings upon you, and deny what He has told you about their resurrection? Or how could you use His blessings to disobey Him and deny them? Inna yawm al-fasli kana miqata, very the day of judgment is time appointed. Yawma yunfaqu fi s-suri fatatuna afwaja, the day when the trumpet will be blown and you will come forth in crowds. وَفِي السَّمَاءِ فَكَانَتْ أَبْوَابًا, and the heavens will be opened and will become gateways. وَسُيِّرَتِ الْجِبَالُ فَكَانَ سَرَابًا, and the mountains will be made to vanish as if they had been a mirage. إِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ كَانَتْ مِرْصَادًا, very hell is lying in wait. للطاغين مآبا, for the transgressors a destination. لابثين فيها أحقابا, in which they will remain for countless aeons. لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا, in which they will remain, during which they will not taste any coolness nor any drink. إلا هميما وغساقا, except scalding water and pus. جزاء وفاقا, a fitting recompense. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا, and they did not fear a reckoning. وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا, and they rejected our revelation outright. وكل شيء آسيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. We have kept an account for all things in a book, so test the punishment. We shall not increase you in aught but torment. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions what will happen on the day of resurrection, about which the disbelievers ask one another, and which the stubborn deny. It will be a momentous day, which Allah has made a time appointed for all creatures. The day when the trumpet will be blown, and you will come forth in crowds, and there will occur such troubles and turmoil that will turn children's hair grey and cause great distress. The mountains will be removed, the dams will be moved from their places until they become like scattered dust, and the heavens will be rent asunder until they become like gateways. Allah will judge between all creatures according to his rule, which is never unfair. The fire of hell, which Allah has prepared for the evildoers and has made it a destination for them, will be lit, and they will remain therein for countless aeons. According to many commentators, the word haqab, plural ahqab, translated here as aeons, refers to a period of 80 years. 80 years. When they come to the fire, they will not taste any coolness nor any drink. That is, they will find nothing to cool their skin or to ward off their dust, except scalding water. That is, hot water that will scald their faces and pierce their bowels. And pus, this is the pus of the people of hell, which has an extremely foul stench and horrible taste. They will deserve these frightening punishments as a fitting recompense for what they did of deeds that brought them to it. Allah will not wrong them, rather they will have wronged themselves. Therefore Allah mentions their deeds for which they will deserve this punishment, as he says, indeed they did not fear a reckoning. That is, they did not believe in the resurrection, and they did not believe that Allah will requite people for both good and evil. So they failed to strive for the hereafter, and they rejected our revelation outright. That is, they rejected them clearly and abundantly, and when clear proofs come to them, they stubbornly denied them. We have kept an account of all things, small and great, good and evil, in a book. That is, we have recorded it in Allahul Mahfud, so the evildoers should not be concerned that we will punish them for sins that they never did, or think that any of their deeds will go to waste, or that even an atom's weight of them will be forgotten. This is like the verse in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and the record of deeds will be placed in their hands, and you will see the evildoers filled with dread at what it contains. They will say, woe to us! What sort of record is this that leaves no deed, small or great, unaccounted for? They will find all they did recorded. They will find all they did recorded there, and your Lord will not wrong anyone. Al-Kahf 18:49, Surah 18, verse 49. So test, O disbelievers, this painful punishment and eternal requital. We shall not increase you in aught but torment, and at all times and every moment their punishment will increase. This verse is the sternest of those verses that describe the severity of the punishment of the people of hell. May Allah protect us from it. Inna lil-muttaqina mafaza. Inna lil-muttaqina mafaza. Very for the righteous there will be salvation. Hadaika An-Naba, gardens and vineyards. Wakawaiba Traba, and youthful companions of equal age. Wakasan Dihaka, and a cup that is full. La yasma'una fiha lawan wala kidaba. They will not hear therein any vain talk or lies. Jaza'an min rabbika ata'an hisaba. A recompense from Lord, a generous gift. رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا. From the Lord of the heavens and the earth and all that is between them, the most gracious, whom they will have no power to address. Having described the situation of the evildoers, Allah now describes the destination of the righteous, as he says, verily for the righteous there will be salvation. That is, for those who fear the wrath of their Lord, by constantly obeying him and refraining from that which he dislikes. There will be salvation, and they will be kept far away from the fire. By virtue of that salvation, they will have gardens containing all kinds of trees, colorful and bearing fruit, through which rivers run. Vineyards or grapevines are singled out for mention because of their high quality and abundance in those gardens. And there they will have wives as they would like, youthful companions of equal age. That is all close in age. Usually people are close in age, get along and are in harmony. The age in question is 33 years, which is the prime of youth. In a cup that is full of nectar that is delicious for those who drink it. They will not hear therein any vain talk, that is talk in which there is no benefit, or lies that is seen. This is like the verse in which Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, they will not hear then any vain talk or sinful speech, but only the salutation, peace, peace. Al-Waqi 56:25-26. Rather, Allah will give them this great reward by His grace and bounty, as recompense from your Lord to them, a generous gift that is because of the good deeds that Allah enabled them to do, and which He made the price of admittance of paradise and its delight. The one who will bestow this gift upon them is their Lord, the Lord of the heavens and the earth and all that is between them. That is the one who created them and controls them, the most gracious, whose mercy encompasses all things. So he took care of them, had mercy on them, and showed kindness to them until they attained what they attained. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا. On the day when the Spirit Jibril and the angels stand in rows, now none will speak except those to whom the most gracious gives permission, and they will say what is right. ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا. That day is sure to come, so let him who will seek a way back to his Lord. إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. Inam, verily we have warned you of a punishment that is approaching, the day when a man will see what his hands had wrought, and the disbeliever will say, would that I were mere dust. Then Allah mentions His greatness and mighty power on the day of resurrection, and tell us that on the day all creatures will be silent and will not speak. None will speak except those to whom the most gracious gives permission, and they will say only what is right. So no one will speak unless he meets these two conditions, that Allah has given permission to speak, and that what he says is right. That is because that day is true and is sure to come. It is a day on which falsehood will never prosper and lying will be of no benefit. On the day the Spirit, namely Jibril alayhi salatu wasalam, who is the noblest of the angels, and the angels will stand in rows submitting to Allah. None will speak any words except with what Allah gives them permission to say. After offering encouragement to strive for paradise and mentioning frightening news of hell, after giving glad tidings and warnings, Allah says, so let him who will seek a way back to his Lord, that is, let him do righteous deeds, so that he may return with that on the day of resurrection. Verily, we have warned you of a punishment that is approaching. The word translated here as approaching literally means near, for everything that is approaching is near. The day when a man will see what his hand has wrought. That is, this is what will concern him and alarm him. So let him think about that in this world. This is like the verse in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O you who believe, fear Allah, and let every soul consider what it has sent forth for tomorrow, and fear Allah, for verily Allah is well aware of all that you do. Al-Ashr 59:18. If he finds that his deeds are good, then let him praise Allah. But if he finds otherwise, let him blame no one but himself. Hence the disbeliever will wish for death because of his intensity of their regret and remorse. We ask Allah to keep us safe from disbelief and all evil, for He is most generous, most kind. This is the end of the commentary of Surah An-Naba. All praise and thanks are for Allah. May the blessings and peace of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad and his family and his companions abundantly until the day of judgment.